Nataraja Hey Tripurari, Nataraja Hey Tripurari, Jaya Hey Shambho, Jaya Hey Shambho, Nataraja Hey Tripurari, Nandi Vahana Nagabharana, Nandi Vahana Nagabharana, Phaala Lochana Parama Shiva, Parama Shiva, Parama Shiva, Phaala Lochana Parama Shiva, Pavana Charana Paahi Mahesha, Pavana Charana Paahi Mahesha, Nataraja Hey Tripurari.
Nataraja Hey Tripurari, Jaya Hey Shambho, Nandi Vahana Nagabharana, Phaala Lochana Parama Shiva, Pavana Charana Paahi Mahesha. Most of the expressions in this bhajan have been elaborated in bhajan talks related to the bhajans Shiva Shiva Shambho, Mahesha Girisha or Nandishwara Hey Nataraja. We will therefore go through the inner meaning of each expression in a brief manner before proceeding to the talk on the main subject of today's bhajan, main theme of today's bhajan, Nataraja. Tripurari. Tripurari or Tripurantaka is a powerful name for the Hindu god Shiva, meaning destroyer of the three cities, referring to a myth where he destroyed three powerful fortified cities of demons with a single arrow, symbolizing his ultimate power over illusion and evil. Shambho. The ancient people went in deep meditation, and when they found such beauty in the depth of the consciousness in the self, what came out was Bho, that is woe. And Shambho means unbelievably beautiful, unbelievably benevolent. So Shambho means so benevolent, beautiful is that principle which is at the basis of the whole creation, which is the basis of the whole creation. Nandi Vahana, Lord Shiva rides on the bull. Bull is his vehicle. This denotes that Lord Shiva is the protector of Dharma, is an embodiment of Dharma or righteousness. Nagabharana, a realized person is one who has conquered the ego and kept it under perfect control. In contrast to such a one, Worldly persons are victimized by the demands of the ego. In such people, the ego gains the upper hand and they become subservient to its whims and fancies. The glory of a man of perfection is therefore in transcending the ego. This transcendence is symbolized by Shiva's coiling a serpent around his neck as a decoration for his body. Phaala Lochana, third eye of Shiva. We all know about this story when he opened his third eye to destroy the lord of Kama, Manmada. For one who is in sadhana, all lust, all lower passions must be burnt, which is the significance of burning the lord of Kama. Also, the third eye represents Agni Chakra. Lord Shiva is often depicted with a third eye, symbolizing higher intuition and spiritual insight. In Shiva meditation, focusing on the Ajna Chakra can lead to profound spiritual revelations and a deeper understanding of the universe. Parama Shiva, the supreme Parabrahman, existing alone before the creation sprang up, the supreme Purusha or the Purushottama with no Prakriti, the one who is the subject of the entire Shiva Rahasya. Pavana Charana. In a devotional context, Pavana Charana refers to the holy feet of the deity. In this bhajan, it is the feet of Shiva. Otherwise, it is of any other deity or even any spiritual master or guru who are considered a source of purification and liberation from worldly afflictions. Paahi Mahesha. Paahi Mahesha is a Sanskrit phrase from Hindu devotional songs, meaning, protect me, O greatest Lord Shiva, where Paahi means protect, and Mahesha refers to Lord Shiva, the supreme deity. Now coming to Nataraja. Nataraja holds fire in one hand, representing the fire element. A damru in his other hand depicts the space element. Many forces in the universe are represented by a shape similar to that of a damru, like a chromosome or shapes of galaxies and so on. Time also is said to have a conical representation. Damru is a symbol of supreme infinity. The cosmic dancer. The cosmic dance is the dance of life itself, including creation, preservation, destruction of the entire universe, and spiritual grace to understand and go beyond to liberation. In Vedanta, in Hinduism, the object of life is not to go to heaven, but to obtain liberation, which means to understand the true nature of ourselves beyond the ego person that we are familiar with. Ring of fire. Shiva's dance is set within a ring of cosmic fire, Prabha Mandala, which represents time, and which is shown as a circle to symbolize the Hindu belief that time is cyclical and without end. Within the cosmos represented by the ring of fire, the form of Nataraja is seen as comprised of 5 concepts. Shrishti, that is creation, evolution. Sthiti, preservation, support. Samhara, destruction, involution. Tirobhava, illusion. Anugraha, that is release or emancipation. Srishti, his upper hand holds a small hourglass shaped drum that makes the primal sounds of creation. The dance of Shiva symbolizes the basis of all existence. Sthiti, his lower right hand makes the Abhaya Mudra. It is the gesture of fearlessness or protection for his devotees. It also indicates preservation or support for the cosmos. Samhara, his upper left hand holds a blazing flame or Agni, symbolizing his power of destruction. The way both creation and destruction are held in the dance pose signifies the balance between the two. Tirobhava, his right foot is on a dwarf, personifying human ego, ignorance, and spiritual illusion, which he keeps under control. This is the act of Tirobhava or veiling, that is, reality is veiled from our understanding. Anugraha. Anugraha, grace and emancipation, is indicated by the combination of the lower left hand, which points towards his upraised foot, showing the way to moksha is surrendering to the Lord. The uplifted left leg is revealing grace, which releases the matured soul from the bondage. Hindus touching the feet of their elders in respect is an echo of God's feet being considered holy. Shiva's hair is open and flying, representing the air element. One foot on ground symbolizes Prithvi, another in the air. One hand is the symbolic Abhayahasta, offering protection, and the other points to his feet, symbolizing surrender. With one foot already in the air, he has already taken a step towards the devotee. He says, "You are dear to me even before beginning." This is the Anugraha aspect. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, "You are very dear to me." When you know that you are dear to someone, trust and love arises in the heart. Shiva is dancing. Life should be like this. If both feet are stuck in the ground, then you cannot dance. Even to walk, you need to take one foot up. The entire creation is full of bliss. The entire creation is dancing in bliss. The entire creation is longing for bliss. Nataraja represents the Ananda Tandava, Ananda Tattva, bliss that the whole world is longing for. Every atom in the world is filled with the potential for action, yet it is at peace. Shiva, the principle of infinite peace and bliss, is not inert. It is peaceful yet dancing. Another interpretation of his one foot on the air. This is an unique interpretation. Underneath his feet, there is Apasmar, the demon symbolizing desires. He's standing with his foot on top of his desires. If desire eats up when we are in, then we are in trouble. Only when we rise above desires and we are dancing on it, then it is a dance of joy and bliss. This is not an imagination. This is the truth. This energy awakens within us and we rise in dance. This is true. The divine energy pervading the entire creation is eternally dancing. Swami Chinmayananda writes, "The Mahashivaratri is an auspicious day when Lord Shiva bursts himself into the ecstatic dance of Nataraja. Shiva's divine dance is the thrilling expression of God realization by one who has transcended the limitations of the material layers of personality. It represents the finite exploding into infinite stature. The dancing deity has 4 arms delicately poised. The upper right hand, it will be observed, carries a little drum shaped like an hourglass for the beating of the rhythm, and the opposite hand, the upper left hand, with the half moon posture of the fingers, Ardhachandra Mudra, bears on its palm a tongue of flame. The divine is represented as dancing with one foot firm on the prostrate body of a dwarfish demon, and the other raised in posture well known in classical Indian dance. The dance posture, balancing on one foot, signifies his single pointed attunement with the absolute reality. Thus, as already discussed, when the dwarfish demon, the ego or avidya, lies conquered and crushed, one experiences within oneself the pure transcendental essence of divinity. The control of lower nature becomes one's dignity and glory, and this is symbolized by adorning his body with a serpent. In whatever direction the Lord sees, the world gets annihilated by the fire of knowledge. To such a man of realization, therefore, the world of plurality with the pairs of opposites disappears, which is indicated by the term Ratri or night. The allegory of the Nataraja pictorially brings out the dual manifestation of the non-dual ultimate reality, namely the absolute tranquility of the all-knowing self and the dynamic expressions of the world. In the one form of the Lord, we find his blissful, silent countenance representing the unmanifest, in significant contrast to the passionate agility of the swaying limbs representing the manifest, the world of plurality. Swami is Sai Shiva, and in his infinite compassion, Swami revealed the truth during a discourse on 6th July 1963 by stating that he is Shiva Shakti Swarupa. From Swami's biography, we learn of a devotee named Seshagiri Rao, who was one of the priests of the Prashanti Nilayam Mandir after it was built in 1950. He was a very orthodox Shaivite Brahmin of the belief that only Lord Shiva is the Supreme Lord. He did not believe in Swami's divinity and thought Swami was just a holy man. On one occasion, Mr. Rao's family requested him to accompany them to Puttaparthi. Since there were only ladies in the group, he agreed to go just as an escort for them. As soon as Seshagiri Rao laid his eyes on Swami in Puttaparthi, he saw Lord Shiva in place of Swami's form, adorned with snakes. He lost consciousness and was in bliss for 3 days. This is one of the recorded events where Swami granted the vision of Lord Shiva to his devotees. Another incident relates to Sri Gandikota Subramanya Shastri, the one who composed the Sai Gayatri, chanted all over the world. Once he asked Swami, "Who are you?" Swami replied, "Do you want to see my real form?" Then Swami showed him a picture in which he gave darshan as Lord Shiva. How is Nataraja worshipped? Devotees worship Nataraja to seek alignment with cosmic energies and achieve spiritual enlightenment. The worship of Nataraja is most prominent in South India, particularly in Tamil Nadu. The Chidambaram Nataraja temple is the most iconic shrine dedicated to this form of Lord Shiva. The idol of Nataraja is bathed in milk, honey, and other sacred substances, symbolizing purification and devotion. Devotees chant Shiva's names and sing devotional songs, invoking his blessings. Special festivals like Mahashivaratri witness grand celebration with performances of the Ananda Tandava dance. Worshipping Nataraja is believed to grant inner peace and clarity of mind. It helps in overcoming the ignorance and obstacles in life. The Meenakshi temple in Madurai, Tamil Nadu houses a unique idol of Nataraja in its renowned 1,000-pillar hall. Unlike the traditional depictions of the Nataraja, where his left foot is raised and the right foot is grounded, this idol here in Madurai, Meenakshi Amman temple, showcases a reversed stance. The right foot is raised while the left foot is balanced on the ground. The unusual posture has its root in the Thiruvilayadal Puranam, a collection of the divine exploits of Lord Shiva. According to legend, a Pandya king, overcome with grief, prayed fervently to Nataraja, lamenting that the Lord had been standing on his right leg for eons. Touched by the king's devotion, Nataraja appeared and granted his wish by shifting his stance, raising his right leg and grounding his left. This divine act is commemorated as the Kalmari Adiya Patalam, one of the 64 divine plays of Shiva described in the text. Chidambara Rahasya. Chidambaram is the place of Shiva symbolizing the Akasha Tattva. Space is formless. In the sanctum of the temple, there is a veil. Beyond the veil, there is nothing but empty space. The secret of Shiva Tattva can be known only by going within. When you remove the veil of illusion and desires, you experience the vast, infinite inner space. For few moments, your mind becomes free from thoughts. You realize that there is some secret of which you have had a small glimpse, like a flash, and this experience brings a transformation in life. For spiritual seekers, Nataraja inspires self-awareness, reminding us to balance destruction of the ego with the creation of knowledge and purpose. The form Nataraja encourages introspection and alignment with the divine rhythm of the universe. We will end the satsang talk with the beautiful exposition of Nataraja by Brother Sundar, which has already been elaborated by him in couple of other talks or small messages. Brother Sundar says, when it comes to poetry, the poem can be separate from the poet. When it comes to sculpture, making or carving out various depiction of the wood carving, what he creates can be separate from him. But the uniqueness about a dancer is that the dance is in the dancer and the dancer is in the dance. The dance and the dancer can never be separated. This is what Nataraja gives us, a profound revelation of the entire Upanishads, of the entire Advaita Vedanta, where like the dancer and the dance are inseparable, or they come together and they exist together. Similarly, the meditator, the meditated, and the meditation all, everything, all merged into one. The meditator or the bhakta is never separate from the meditated or the Bhagavan. At the end, they both merge together. The Jivatman merges in the Paramatman. Individual consciousness merges with the Supreme Consciousness. Each bhakta worshipping Nataraja, or each human being, must reach that state where the bhakta, bhakti, and Bhagavan all must merge and dissolve in that ultimate supreme state, the supernal light, as Shiva Rahasya gives us. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Tat Sat.